A factory builds 200 cars in a 12-hour shift. Working around the clock, how many cars can the factory build in 10 days? All right, a couple of things to discuss here. First of all, working around the clock. Essentially, that means that the factory is open 24 hours a day. All right, so we need to keep that in mind when we're working this problem. Okay, so let's start out with the first ratio that we can certainly build right here. It's 200 cars in a 12-hour shift. All right, so we'll write down 200 cars, and that's going to be in 12 hours. Okay, and we know we're looking for an unknown amount of cars. Okay, but we cannot use 10 in the other proportion because it's in days, right? Remember, we need units to be the same. Right now we have hours as our unit for the bottom. And so we're going to need to turn days into hours. All right, so we do know that one day is equivalent to 24 hours. And that's why it's been mentioned already in here that we're working around the clock. We need to assume that when we're building this math problem. All right, and so since one day is 24 hours, we would just simply multiply that by 10 days to get the number we need for our proportion. So that's 240 hours. And we're going to use that number. And now we're all set. We have a correct proportion set up so that we can now calculate the unknown number of cars that would be built in 2 weeks. Okay? So of course we're going to multiply the numbers that we have, and that's 200 and 240. Okay, so 200 times 240. All right, we turn out with, in that case, 48,000. All right, and then we divide that, of course, by the number remaining, the number that's diagonal from the variable. All right, so we're going to divide 48,000 by 12. And so that comes out to 4,000. So we would be able to build 4,000 cars in 10 days.